Hey everybody! Today's video I'm going to be showing you my Thanksgiving makeup look. I have two lip options, a lighter version that is just going to be a simple lip gloss that you can reapply whenever you want, or this darker lip that I have on right now. I really like dark lips in the fall and winter time, so I thought that this would go perfect with this golden smoky eye that I did. And before I forget, I have short hair. If you are subscribed and have watched my videos, it is really short, and I actually did this like donut bun, like a messy donut bun. I'm actually going to be filming this because it came out better than I thought it would, so make sure you look out for that also, because I think that when you're wearing makeup like this, it looks really pretty to have your hair up and out of your face so that your makeup is the center of attention. So make sure you look out for this hair tutorial, but if you want to see this makeup look, then please just keep watching this video. Thanks guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face with Benefit The Professional, and this is obviously a mini size, and my sister gave me this, and I think I'm going to be purchasing the bigger version. What I like to do is just put it on the areas where I have large pores and need better coverage, which is like my T-zone. So that's how I like to do it, and then just pat that right in. And this does have a little bit of color to it, which I like because it does help give a little bit better coverage in those areas. I'm going to zoom you guys in because I'm going to be doing my eyes first. This is just how I typically do it, and if you like to do your face first, you can go ahead and do that, but I am going to be using a glittery gold eyeshadow, so I'm going to do my eyes first. I'm just going to zoom in like I said. The first thing I'm going to do is take this Benefit Erase Paste and put this on the inner part of my eyes, just where I tend to get a lot of darkness. So I'm just going to put that right through there and blend that out with my brush as good as I can, and then just blend the rest of it out with my finger. And if you grabbed quite a bit of product here, you can go ahead and just blend that onto your eyelid also. And this is a salmon-based concealer, so it does counteract a lot of the blue and purple. Then I'm going to be taking my NYX eyeshadow primer, and this is just in the color white. Just putting that with my finger and then just sort of patting that all over from my eyelid all the way up to my eyebrows. This is just going to cover up any of the veins I have on my eyes, but it's also going to prime for the eyeshadow. If you see me looking to the side, it is just because my mirror is over there and I am kind of blind, so the viewfinder sometimes is not the best thing for me to look through to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to be taking my NYX Nude Matte Shadow in the color Get Naked. It is just sort of an olive-y brown shade, as you can see there. I'm just going to be putting this in my crease, basically just using it as a transition shade. Sorry, nothing too crazy. I'm just blending that through my crease. And this is going to help define the eyelid also, where we are going to be putting that gold. So just blend that out just right into the crease. Then I'm going to be taking this Almay color. It is in the color Peach Fuzz. It is just an orangey peach color. It's not really dark or anything. I'm going to be using the same fluffy brush and going over the exact same spot that I just put that Get Naked color. I'm just trying to add a little bit more warmth to the crease area. And this is not a super pigmented eyeshadow, as you can probably see, which is sort of disappointing because it is a really pretty color, but you do not have to use the exact products that I am using. If you have any other orangey peach tone, you can go ahead and use that eyeshadow instead. Now I'm going to be taking my Naked One palette, which I have not used in forever. I'm going to be going into Half Baked right here, which is just a golden sparkly tone. And what I do want to do, since it is a really sparkly eyeshadow and will have a lot of fallout, I'm going to be taking this flat shader brush and my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray, and I'm just going to be spraying both sides of the brush just so that the eyeshadow adheres a little bit better. So I'm just going to be going into Half Baked and then just packing that right on my lid, not going past my crease color. And if you don't have any of, I think it's the Naked One and the Naked 2 both have this half-baked shimmery gold color. Any gold shimmery color will work just fine. This is just what I have. Taking that same palette, I'm going to be going into the color Dark Horse. And it's just a darker sparkly brown. I'm going to be using this pencil brush here. And I'm going to be putting that on the outer V. So I'm going to just start to build up that color just to darken the outer portion of my eye. And if it's a little bit messy, this is why I like to do the eyeshadow first when doing looks like this especially. You can go in and clean it up with concealer. I suppose you can clean up with concealer after if you've already done your face, but this is just why I like to sort of wait. And I'm only going to be going about halfway, as you can tell. I'm not going to be going all the way in. I think that would look really pretty. If you want to do that, you can go ahead, but I'm just going to go halfway. And then once you have that, and it does look quite a bit messy, I'm just going to be using the same brush I used for my crease, and then just blending that out. And I did not put any extra product. I'm literally just blending out with whatever was left on that brush. And then I'm going to go back into Half Baked and just pop that on the center of the lid, and then just sort of blend it out just to reestablish that golden eyeshadow right on the lid. Then I'm going to be going into my Naked Basics palette and just going into the color Foxy. It's just a yellow toned matte cream color. I'm just going to be taking that on just a really small brush and putting that under my brow bone just to do a little highlighting. You can use a sparkly shade for this if you want, but since my eyelid is sparkly, I really just want to keep this a little bit more on the matte side. But for my inner corner, I do want a little sparkle, so I am going to be going into Venus and just popping that into the inner corner. Just going back into Dark Horse and putting that on the lower part of my lash line. Just going to give it a really smoky look. And you can sort of connect that to the crease, or to the outer area, sorry. I'm going to be taking my NYX eyeliner in Jet Black. And I like to sort of just pull gently and just line the top part of my lash line. I only go about like a third of the way to the front, so I only do like the outer 2/3. If you want to use liquid liner and do a winged look, you can go ahead and do that. I'm not good at it and I'm not into it for myself, so I will not be doing that. And then I do want to set that with my Urban Decay eyeshadow. It's in the color Perversion. It is just a matte black tone. Just going in on my angled brush, just setting that. I'm going to curl my lashes with my Tarte eyelash curler. If you watch my videos, you know that I do not use false lashes. They bother my eyes, and once again, I'm not good at doing it. If you want to add them, you can go ahead though. I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Pumped Up, doing one coat on my lower lashes, then one on my upper lashes. Then for my second coat, I'm going to be using Revlon's Lash Potion. And for my last mascara, I'm going to be using L'Oreal's Shocking Extensions mascara. And I like using this one last because it does separate the lashes a little bit better. And I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows using my NYX Cake Powder in the color Blonde. What I like to do is just go in on my angled brush and just put that wax part and then go into the lighter part, and I only use this on the tail end of my eyebrows. And I do not overdraw my eyebrows at all. Just going to fill them in just to get rid of these sparse areas. I'm going to be using the Revlon Brow Fantasy, and it is in the color Dark Blonde. I'm just going to fill in the front part and then connect the two products right at the arch. And I like using a pencil toward the front just so I don't go really crazy, because I feel like when you use powder products you can get a little bit thick in spots, and I don't want that for my eyebrows. Before I put the gel on, I'm going to just comb through them and then use the gel side. And this also lightens up my brows a little bit too and sets them into place. Now we're going to be moving on to the face. So the first thing I want to do is use my NYX BB cream, and this is the medium shade in the line. I think they only have 3, or they did when I purchased it. I'm going to be using my beauty blender, so just put a little bit of product. I just like to dot it on my face and then blend it out. And for a look like this, I like more coverage. On an everyday basis, I don't use BB cream, especially in the winter. I like my routine to be a lot more simple, but since this is for a special occasion, I do want a little more coverage. Obviously though, you can use whatever products you are used to using. This is just what I am doing. Blend down my neck. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I'm just going to put that under my eyes. And before I blend that out, I'm just going to be taking my L'Oreal True Match Concealer Stick and just defining the outer part of my eyeshadow. It's going to make it a crisp line, and it actually darkens up the eyeshadow on the outer part doing this also. Then taking that beauty blender again and just blending those out. Then I like to take the leftover concealer and just put that on my nose for a little bit extra coverage. And that looks really bright on camera, but in person it is definitely not that bright looking. And to set the concealer, what I like to do is take my Rimmel Stay Matte, and mine is in the color Transparent. I like to use this really little fan brush and just put that right where I have that concealer. This is just going to set into place and make sure that it will not crease. Then I'm going to go in with my Physician Formula BB Super Powder, just on a big fluffy brush, and just set everything. I usually use this as like a powdered foundation, but since I already have BB cream on, I'm just going to use just a light layer to set everything. And with this product, I don't like to put it in this area, like the area between my nose and mouth, because it does get super cakey and almost looks like I have a mustache, so I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm going to be taking my Benefit Hoola Bronzer just to bronze up my face, just on a powder brush. I'm not going to do a super strong contour or anything because the eyes are pretty dark, but I do want to darken up my face just a little bit. And then for my cheeks, I just have this Crown Brush blush set. I'm going to be going into this peachy orange shade for my blush. I like to start at the apples of my cheeks and then just blend back. And then for my highlight, I'm going to be using this Sephora Harmony Trio bronzer, but it is more of a highlight since they are sparkly. I'm just going to take this fan brush and go through all of those. And just put that right on the top part of my cheekbone. And just to make sure everything is blended, I like to just take that powder brush and just go over that area. Before I do my lips, I'm just going to set everything with my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. And my mascara is fully dry, so I'm going to curl them one more time. This is just going to make sure that they look nice and full. And like I always say, if you wait when your mascara is fully dry, this should not damage your lashes at all. And like I said, I do have two lip combinations. The first one, I'm just going to be using my NYX Butter Gloss. This is in the color Maple Blondie. And this is like a peachy, it's like on the warm side of pinks. So this is more of a subtle version of what you can do with this eye look. So if you are not into really dark lips, then you can go ahead and do something like this. Like I said, it's just like a warm toned pink shade. So here's this look with this one. But if you're looking for something a little bit darker, which is what I would probably go for with this look, I'm going to be using my CoverGirl Lip Perfection. This is in the color Sophisticated. It is just a really dark purpley red. Going to line my lips with this and then also fill them in. So once you have your lips lined and filled in, I'm going to be using this CoverGirl lipstick. It is in the color Divine. And it's just a purple. Let's see here. This is just going to lighten up the look just a little bit, so I'm just going to put that all over. Just like that, it just lightens it up like I said, and it does give it a little bit of a shine. You can go ahead and use a lip gloss if you want, but I'm not going to over this because it is enough shine for me. So this is the look with the darker purple lip. So that is the finished Thanksgiving look that I came up with. It is just a golden smoky eye, and like I said before, two options for the lips just depending on what you want to go for on that day. I hope you guys like this video. If you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate if you would. If you want to see more holiday looks, make sure that you keep looking on my channel because I do have more coming out. I hope you guys have an awesome day and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye everybody.